Chandler Moore's raw, passionate vocals have become a signature sound in the world of contemporary gospel music. His voice, filled with emotion and sincerity, resonates deeply with listeners, drawing them into a powerful worship experience that feels both personal and communal. Whether he's leading a crowd of thousands or singing in a more intimate setting, Chandler's ability to connect through music is undeniable. For a generation seeking authentic faith connections, Chandler Moore stands out as a beacon of hope and inspiration. His performances are more than just concerts. They're moments of genuine spiritual encounter, where people from all walks of life come together, united by a shared longing for something real and transformative. Moore isn't just a singer, he's a vessel, conveying deep emotion and spiritual longing, making him beloved globally. His artistry goes beyond technical skill. He pours his heart into every note, inviting listeners to experience the depth of his faith and the vulnerability of his journey. This authenticity has earned him a devoted following around the world. His journey from solo work to joining Maverick City Music has profoundly shaped the sound and direction of modern gospel. As a solo artist, Chandler developed a unique style that blended traditional gospel roots with contemporary influences, setting the stage for his later collaborations. With Maverick City Music, he helped pioneer a new era of worship music that breaks down barriers and brings diverse voices together. Before fame, Moore spent countless hours honing his craft, blending gospel, soul, and pop, and building a following through heartfelt performances in churches, small venues, and online platforms. His dedication to his art was evident from a young age, as he experimented with different sounds and styles, always striving to create music that spoke to the soul. His authenticity became his trademark, making him indispensable to Maverick City Music. Within the group, Chandler's genuine spirit and collaborative energy helped foster a creative environment where artists could be themselves and push the boundaries of worship music. His presence brought a sense of unity and purpose to the collective. Moore's role was foundational, contributing unforgettable vocal performances and songwriting to global anthems like Gyamfi. His voice and lyrics have become the soundtrack to countless worship gatherings, inspiring people to find hope and strength in their faith. Songs he's been part of have reached millions, becoming staples in churches and playlists worldwide. Beyond music, Moore shared his life openly, building a deep connection with his audience. Through social media and personal interactions, he's invited fans into his journey, the highs and the lows, showing that faith is not just about music, but about living authentically every day. Chandler Moore's story continues to inspire, reminding us all of the power of vulnerability, creativity, and unwavering belief. Maverick City Music quickly became a global worship institution, redefining what it means to gather people from all walks of life under one musical banner. Their concerts are more than just performances. They are powerful experiences where thousands unite in song, breaking down barriers of age, race, and background. The group's unique blend of gospel, soul, and contemporary worship has resonated with listeners across continents, making them a household name in just a few short years. Founded in 2018, Maverick City Music was born out of a desire to create space for diverse songwriters, voices that had often been overlooked in the worship music industry. The founders envisioned a community where creativity could flourish, and where people from different backgrounds could come together to write songs that reflected their unique stories and faith journeys. Their now famous writing camps became a melting pot of ideas and inspiration. Musicians, singers, and writers gathered in intimate settings, often improvising and allowing the music to flow naturally. This spontaneous environment shattered the traditional molds of worship music, encouraging authenticity and vulnerability in every lyric and melody. This approach resonated deeply with a world hungry for authenticity and real connection. As their music spread, Maverick City Music found themselves at the forefront of a movement catapulted to chart-topping success and inspiring countless others to pursue creativity without limits. During the global pandemic, when people were isolated and searching for hope, songs like Gyamfi and Promises became anthems of comfort and faith. Their lyrics spoke to the struggles and uncertainties of the time, offering reassurance and reminding listeners that they were not alone, even in the darkest moments. Maverick City Music's live recordings captured a raw, unfiltered energy that is often missing from studio albums. The sound of voices rising together, the spontaneous moments of worship, and the palpable sense of community all contributed to albums that felt alive and deeply moving. Critics and fans alike praised their ability to translate the spirit of a live worship experience into every track. Their groundbreaking work did not go unnoticed. Maverick City Music amassed numerous awards, including Grammys, Dove Awards, and Stellar Awards, cementing their influence in modern music and setting a new standard for excellence in the genre. At the heart of their success are artists like Chandler Moore, Naomi Raine, and Brandon Lake, whose passionate voices and heartfelt performances have come to define the Maverick City sound. Their willingness to be vulnerable and authentic on stage has inspired millions and set them apart as true leaders in worship music. Maverick City Music's collaborative spirit has inspired churches and worship teams around the world to embrace diversity, creativity, and unity. Their story is a testament to the power of music to bring people together, break down barriers, and spark a movement that continues to grow with every new song. Maverick City Music's harmony seemed unbreakable, but behind the scenes, tensions brewed. Subtle shifts in group dynamics hinted at underlying issues. Fans noticed changes in social media interactions, sparking speculation. The group's evolution into a corporate entity introduced new leadership and potential financial disputes. Gyamfi's appointment as CEO in 2023 marked a shift in power dynamics. Legal documents later revealed a deteriorating relationship dating back to 2021. The joyous music was created amidst growing discord and alleged exploitation. Silence from key figures allowed speculation to fester, indicating serious internal conflict. On October 1, 2025, Chandler Moore filed a federal civil fraud lawsuit, shaking the gospel music community. The lawsuit targeted Gyamfi, Maverick City Music, Tribal Records, and others. The timing was stunning, as Maverick City Music was at its peak. Moore's legal action was a bombshell, filled with allegations contrasting the group's public image. The lawsuit signaled a point of no return, with private resolutions failing. Allegations of fraud underscored the gravity of the situation, beyond just money. The complaint detailed alleged deception and financial manipulation, representing a profound betrayal. The lawsuit cast a shadow over the celebrated worship collective, forcing a public spectacle. At the core of Moore's lawsuit are allegations of financial manipulation and broken trust. The complaint accuses CEO Gyamfi of diverting millions in royalties from Moore. Allegations include forgery of Moore's signature on a co-publishing agreement. This act allegedly redirected Moore's songwriting royalties to Maverick City Music. Moore claims over $800,000 in royalties were wrongfully withheld. The lawsuit alleges a lack of transparency in major business dealings. These allegations suggest a systematic effort to exploit Moore for financial gain. Maverick City Music responded swiftly and decisively to Moore's lawsuit, issuing a firm denial of all accusations leveled against them. The group's leadership made it clear that they would not be intimidated or swayed by what they described as unfounded claims. Their response was not just a legal maneuver, but a public declaration of their values and their commitment to transparency. The group emphasized that their reputation, built over years of hard work and dedication to their mission, was not something they would allow to be tarnished without a fight. Co-founder Jonathan Jay stepped forward as the spokesperson, issuing a carefully worded public statement that sought to reframe the entire narrative. Jay's statement was delivered with a calm confidence, aiming to reassure both the group's supporters and the wider music industry that Maverick City Music stood on solid ground. He addressed the allegations directly, but also took the opportunity to highlight the group's achievements and the positive impact they have had on the gospel music scene. In his remarks, Jay portrayed the lawsuit as a calculated move by Moore to break free from contractual obligations that she had willingly agreed to. He suggested that the timing and nature of the lawsuit were not coincidental, but rather a strategic attempt to gain leverage in ongoing business negotiations. Jay emphasized that the group had always acted in accordance with the law and with the best interests of all its members in mind. The official response painted Moore as acting in bad faith, suggesting that her actions were motivated more by personal gain than by any genuine grievance. Maverick City Music's leadership insisted that they had made every effort to resolve disputes internally and amicably, but that Moore had chosen a more confrontational path. This narrative shift placed the responsibility for the conflict squarely on Moore's shoulders, rather than on the group's leadership. Jay went on to defend the group's business practices, describing them as forthright, transparent, and even generous. He pointed to the group's track record of supporting its artists, fostering collaboration, and sharing success. According to Jay, Maverick City Music had always prioritized fairness and open communication, and he expressed disappointment that the situation had escalated to a public legal dispute. The statement was crafted not only for legal purposes, but also to reassure fans, industry partners, and collaborators of the group's integrity. Jay acknowledged the concerns that such a high-profile lawsuit could raise, but he urged supporters to look at the group's history and ongoing commitment to their mission. The message was clear: Maverick City Music remained dedicated to its core values, regardless of external challenges. Despite the legal challenge, Maverick City Music vowed to continue its mission of creating inspiring music and fostering a sense of community. The group emphasized that their work would not be derailed by legal distractions, and that their focus would remain on their art and their audience. They expressed gratitude for the outpouring of support from fans and promised to keep moving forward, undeterred. The response was a strategic move, carefully orchestrated to control the narrative and project an image of resilience and unity. Maverick City Music's leadership worked closely with their legal and public relations teams to ensure that their message was consistent and compelling. They understood the importance of public perception, especially in the high-stakes world of the music industry. Ultimately, the group's response served as an assurance to everyone watching that their music, ministry, and sense of purpose would not be derailed by controversy. Maverick City Music made it clear that, no matter the outcome of the legal proceedings, their commitment to their mission and their community would remain unshaken. Moore's lawsuit seeks financial justice and freedom from Maverick City Music. He demands compensation for allegedly stolen royalties and withheld payments. Moore aims to sever legal ties with the group, seeking contract rescission. This would free him from future obligations, allowing creative independence. His attorney emphasizes the lawsuit as a step for professional survival. Moore seeks a clean break and just settlement, reclaiming financial assets. The lawsuit is a high-stakes move to reclaim artistic freedom. Days after the lawsuit, Chandler Moore announced his departure from Maverick City Music. His bittersweet statement confirmed his focus on a solo career. Naomi Raine, another founding member, also announced her departure. The timing suggested broader issues within the collective. Moore and Raine's exits represent a significant blow to the group's identity. Their voices defined the group's biggest hits and live recordings. Losing both creates an identity crisis for Maverick City Music. The departures raise questions about the group's future viability. The fallout from Moore's lawsuit and departures extends beyond the courtroom. Maverick City Music faces uncertainty, needing to prove its brand's strength. They must repair their image, damaged by allegations of greed and exploitation. Chandler Moore must rebuild his brand as a solo artist, navigating a public legal battle. The saga highlights the importance of transparency and ethical management in the industry. It prompts artists to scrutinize contracts and management relationships. Fans face the challenge of reconciling uplifting music with human conflict. The hope is for healing and renewed purpose for all parties involved.